What up, good peoples?
What's going on?
Welcome to the Relationship Cheat Code, where we give you the game, helping you to stress less and experience your absolute best in your relationship.
Oh Lord! Oh yeah, this is like over my face.
Yeah, let me
just say this. I am so annoyed right now with YouTube. Huh?
I gotta adjust the camera.
Why? Y'all, like we've been trying to get on this joint for a minute. What's up, Kimberly? Oh my gosh, it's ridiculous. Like, oh, so annoyed right now. He's just like, boo, just chill. It's good. I'm like, it's a whole half an hour later. And that's crooked. And we were supposed to be on here. In any events, we on here, y'all, after the fact, late, whatever. We appreciate those who have wait. Some people still look. 7 people still waiting on the other joint. Let me go over here and tell them to come on over here. That don't make no sense. But look, tonight, y'all, we are talking about what do you do when you've married the wrong person? What do you do when you've married the wrong person? And this is one I can see it on here moving all over the place. This is one that's going to be a good topic. It's going to be it's important. I'm just gonna stop talking for a second because I'm gonna let my baby just get things straight, and then we're gonna talk about what if you married the wrong person. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, okay, cool. Lord have mercy.
Have me sitting down.
I don't. I mean, I guess it's fine. Look fine to me. Y'all. Somebody, what Kimberly say? I gotta look on my computer because I can't look that far.
I said, let it out.
Oh Lord! So are you excited about tonight's topic?
It's I'm just happy to be sitting next to you. Aww. Like that right there is always a blessing. I always look forward to it. And so, to be in this space, connecting with you, looking at you.
You're so sweet.
Yeah, my wife, she was really in her feelings, y'all. It was actually,
I'm still in my feelings.
Can y'all relate to an experience where, it's your partner make it seem worse than what it actually is? And not to minimize.
Really, bro? That's what you're saying right now?
But it's like everything be on 10. I mean, it's like the situation is on 10.
Are you talking about me?
I'm talking about you. The situation is on 10, but really it's not. Like, just breathe through it, baby. We here.
Then have you ever been with your partner and they be trying to tell you, like, breathe through it, calm down? That don't help. I am breathing. I'm breathing right on through. Oh, Lord have mercy.
All right, y'all. So we got a good topic today, and real talk, this is an unfortunate reality for a number of people.
It is.
Being in a relationship, marrying the wrong one, really struggling and just trying to figure things out, trying to figure out life. Because life is hard, and it's just like, what do I do when I find myself in a space where I'm no longer happy, I'm consistently dissatisfied, I'm forever frustrated, I am always angry, whatever it may be. And so there's a number of people that, again, exist in that space. And first and foremost, I just want to say, we extend prayers and positive energy to you because, again, we hope that you do discover you're more and something better for you and something that you deserve, something that you desire. And so, again, that's right here. We're going to be talking about that, y'all.
This is really annoying.
Are you going to get on the live stream?
I'm trying to get the people to come over here. It's like almost, it's people over there waiting and they don't even know what's going on.
They need to figure it out. Like,
no, we need to let them know, y'all. It's just bothering me.
You already let them know.
Drink this wine, Lord.
So, baby, what you got to say about today's topic?
So we're going to talk tonight, and I want people. There are people who really want to talk about this because, I think there are people who go in and out of not knowing, am I supposed to be here? Should I be here? Is this what I'm supposed to be doing? Is marriage supposed to be this bad? And I think that it's important for us to get into this because so many times, y'all, so many times, especially in the work that we do, we're encouraging folks all the time. We like, hey, you can work it out. You can do something a little different. You need to have some emotional endurance. You need to stop being so self-absorbed, right? We say all these things because they're true and they're important and they're real, but there are people who are married to the wrong person. There are folks who are really in the wrong relationship. And we don't talk about that as much, but that is a reality. And I think that, as we are moving towards our wonderful challenge that is coming up, if you don't know about the challenge, y'all got to sign up for the challenge as we're moving towards that. If this is a reality for you, or if you're just unsure, uncertain, then you need to lean in. You need to let this be a moment, let this be a sign that God is trying to help you to figure it out. Doesn't mean that you're not with the one that you're not supposed to be with the one you're married. But if you got to go through that process and figure it out, you need to be extremely clear, because there's nothing worse, in my opinion, than sitting in the wrong relationship with the wrong person, doing all the right things and getting no goddamn results because you were the wrong person. And so too many people, I feel like, are trying to force something, trying to make something happen. And people got to be able to come into their own awareness about that. But you don't want to be that person. And I think that's what we're going to touch on tonight as we get ready to move towards our challenge. I want you to talk about the challenge so that y'all make sure y'all sign up.
So we got a challenge coming up. It's called "This Is Who the F You Married."
I remember that. Y'all know about that series.
Y'all. This is who the F you married. And so we want to make sure that you sign up. Go to blamchallenge.com to get your seat. It's going to be a 5-day challenge. We're going to be going deep in terms of assisting you in the process of better understanding, like how to assess whether or not you're in a relationship with the right one. And we're also going to be diving into having you look at your picker and, assess whether or not your picker is broken and how to fix that broken picker. And so, I think that this right here is going to be transformative for a number of people and for a number of reasons. But, primarily our goal is to really help folks disrupt the just the cycles, the habitual patterns of behavior that lead you to a space where you find yourself stuck, frustrated, stressed out, struggling, just straight up done, because you keep on running into a brick wall over and over and over again. Like, you mad at him, you mad at her. But the reality is that you need to take a look at self, because the truth of the matter is that you're the one that's doing the picking. You're the one that's making a decision to be in a relationship. You're the one that's actually choosing to stay in a relationship. And again, we're not advocates of, you just leaving, abandoning, rolling out. Nah, we're not going to push that right there. But what we will say is that we're advocates of healthy people. And sometimes as a healthy individual, the best move should be the next move, and the next move should be out of the situation that you're currently in. And so I just wanted to say that right there.
Mm-hmm. That's good. So, Ayiza, can you share from your perspective some signs? Doesn't mean that it's absolutely a given that you're in the wrong relationship, but some signs that people really should pay attention to, some things that you might experience in your marriage that indicate that you're in the wrong relationship, you're in the wrong marriage, you married the wrong person. Do you have one?
I would very clearly say that, if you're in a relationship with somebody who's verbally abusive, or just abusive, period, then you're definitely in the wrong relationship. And I lift that piece up because, it's a relationship is supposed to be a safe space, and we all have different backgrounds, and we may even have trauma narratives that have moved with us throughout the course of life. But in this situation right here, if you're in a relationship with somebody who's abusive, then you got to consider the fact that, you chose to be in a relationship with this person. Now, this person may have changed over the course of the relationship, and so you may feel like this ain't the same person that I met. However, now that you know, if this person is physically abusive, mentally, emotionally, financially abusive, then it's not a healthy space to be there. And if that person is unwilling to do their work, then, you definitely want to make some decisions about whether or not you need to stay or you need to exit stage left. And here's another thing. So when I speak about, I was about to initially say verbally abusive, and I was going to say that thinking about men and what men have expressed that they experience with their woman. And so we a lot of times attach physical abuse to men, and we attach verbal aggression and maybe even abuse to women. And so, ladies, I want y'all to really pay attention, because I respect the fact that you're very passionate about being in a relationship that you're in, and you're very passionate about the perspectives and points of view and the decisions that you make and the direction that you want to go in. I get that. And at the same time, too, like you're not the only person in the relationship. And so you got to make sure you're making room. You're making room for him. And when you're not doing that, sometimes he can feel boxed out and he can feel like, his perspective is, not taken into consideration, and which consequently leads him to a space where like he feels muted and he feels like he has to compete. And so, ladies, sometimes the words that y'all be slinging and things that y'all be expressing and saying and the way that y'all do it, it can come off very aggressive, and even downright abusive sometimes. And so I'm just challenging you to watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. And I'm not saying like don't speak up and express what your feelings are, what your thoughts are. But what I am saying is be mindful about how you're expressing what you're expressing, because like your words have a significant impact. They really do.
Yeah. So,
Watch your mouth.
why you felt the need to say that? Wait a minute, I gotta say, I'm trying to get these last 5 people who over on the other.
Yes, like you're so pressed to do that. You're not pressed.
I'm trying to get the 5 people who over on the on the
Like,
live
more people
stream.
will come. Like,
No, I want the 5. I don't want any. I don't. No man left behind. I'm not leaving them.
Well, you can get some more.
Look, this what guess what I'm doing, y'all. This
Hey,
what
y'all do me a favor and share this right here.
Guess what I'm doing?
So Iyanna can get.
No, I want those people. I want those particular people. I hate that somebody's watching and waiting and they're just sitting there and we're over here having a conversation. I really am. I'm like, no man left behind. Guess what I'm doing, y'all? This is what I'm doing so that people know. I'm editing I'm editing. Wait a minute. I'm editing the title of the video and saying, look in the comments for a link because we're live right now. That's pretty good. Because some people just don't look in the comments.
Meanwhile, I'm getting irritated.
Okay, hold on. Keep talking, babe.
No,
look at the comments and get the link. We're live now. This might do it, y'all. This might do it. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Just talk about it, easy. I'm just saying. There we go. No, I'm just saying. I want people to. Oh, but I gotta actually put it in the comments.
She's so focused on that. She's not present, Joe.
So now you irritated?
Yeah.
Why you irritated?
I want to know from you.
What you want to know?
I want to know from you. When it comes to remaining in a marriage with somebody that you ain't supposed to be married with, do you feel like men do that more than women, or women do that more than men? And whoever you choose, why?
I don't know. I feel like women do, but I'm probably wrong.
Why?
That's so judgy.
Why you say that?
Women are the people who tend to, we're the people who tend to always be leading the process of coming to get the counseling, the coaching, saying this is what the issue is. We want it to be better. We want to do something different. Doesn't mean though. That's why I'm saying I'm qualifying my answer. It doesn't mean that men aren't having a similar experience where they're dissatisfied pervasively and persistently. And they just like, this is some boo-boo. But I think men retreat a lot. Men just kind of settle into like, this is some bull. And they're just like, I'm just trying to get through the day. I'm trying to get through the week. And women are like, this is not okay. We have to actually do something different. By and large, you know what I'm saying? By and large, not like everybody does the same thing. Because there's certainly men who are vice versa and women who are vice versa. But yeah. I mean, can we get into some things about how you know if you in the wrong marriage? I want to know what y'all think.
We already started that conversation like 5 minutes ago when I gave the point.
Did you being petty?
About being abusive. Remember that point?
Yeah. Okay, I'm trying to continue on.
All right, go ahead.
All right, so one thing I just want to say, I want to give this qualifier and say that the things that we share tonight, right? You may hear some stuff, and it doesn't mean that, oh, you in the wrong marriage. Okay. So you may hear something that you've experienced in your marriage. It doesn't mean that. But this is just a real talk conversation about people. I mean, we have a community for anybody who does not know, is not familiar. Blam Core. I see Blam Core folks on here tonight. And, there have definitely been times where I'm like, she need to bounce. Wow, 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 wow. She need to roll out. That's what I think in my mind. I'm just keeping it 100. That's what we do on this podcast. And what I am trying to bring home to you is that everybody has to walk at their own pace. And what somebody else's threshold is not the next person's threshold is. So I'm saying that to qualify what we share, because when I'm coaching new coaches or new therapists or whatever, especially around couples work, what I tell them all the time is, you might be like, bruh, like, why are you putting up with this? Why are you dealing with this? Why are you whatever? But here's the thing. With somebody else, you good? Okay. You say having a cough. I keep messing with them. But the place that person, the place that you might come to is just a place of, I just want to be able to have once a month. So, I mean, this is extreme, but once a month, some affection, some physical touch, some love. And, and then, every other month, we can have a meaningful conversation. And if I can get to that place, this is a make this up, then I feel better. I feel okay. I feel like I can maintain. Now, for me, that would be unacceptable. For many of you listening, that would be unacceptable. And for some of you listening, it would be unacceptable, and yet you're in that situation. And so the reality is that even though, you know what I'm saying, even though we're going to share some things that when you might be married to the wrong person, you're not being fulfilled, all that kind of stuff. But people be peopling, and people deal with stuff and navigate through things in the way that they need to. Some people are just not willing to leave. They're not willing to take the risk. They're not willing to, clear their energy of the people, whether it be husband or wife, or the stuff that is getting in the way, because they're just too comfortable. Too comfortable. So I just want to say that this don't mean you ain't supposed to be with them. I'm just saying this is some of the stuff that we be seeing. Is anything that I'm saying making sense to you?
That was a long disclaimer. Like, you really wanted to qualify this whole.
I'm just saying.
And they can hear you chewing too, babe.
Well, I'm hungry, so I'm eating this. I got this. What is this? Double Good popcorn. Anybody, child, be selling Double Good? We got bags upon bags of Double Good popcorn in this house. My parents bought it. Guess where they sent it? To my house. They supposed to get it to their house. They like, we gonna order it to support the kids, but we sending it to you because we don't want it. What kind of mess is that? So I'm eating this Double Good popcorn. Okay, so this one, the reason I think I qualified it because I feel a little nervous saying this. I feel a little uneasy. Y'all, so basically, I think there are relationships, there are marriages where one person wants more time and the other person doesn't see that time as important. They don't value it the same. They say it's not that serious, or I'm in the house with you, like what you're talking about. That's one category. But then there's another category where somebody is always doing something else. They are working a lot. They are prioritizing hanging out with friends. They're really involved in church. They're traveling here and there. They're not always communicating with you what they got going on, right? And they're just always otherwise involved and preoccupied. And this hasn't been going on for 2 months or even, a few months or even a year. It's been going on for 10, 11, 12 years. This is your norm. I think you might be married to the wrong person, because I don't understand how it is that two people are supposed to grow together and go to another level together, but y'all don't never be together. You know what I'm saying? Like having conversations, and the conversations that y'all have that have the most depth are the conversations where y'all are talking about your differences in opinion about how much time you should spend, but we don't actually hang out, go out. We go to functions together. We go to Thanksgiving, blah, blah, blah together. We go to Christmas together. Right, but we don't hang out. We don't really date. And when we are together, because we do it so rarely, it's so awkward and whatever. Like we don't even really have no good conversation. We're not like, I don't understand why you stay in that marriage. I don't understand that. And so the reason I said I was a little nervous, I use about sharing that, is because I think a lot of people deal with a lack of connection and a lack of quality time. And people might be thinking like, well, damn, you trying to say I'm not saying that. But all I'm saying is that if it is happening the way that I described it, where it's year after year after year, month after month after month, like, what are you doing? This person is not making a decision to do something different. They're not making a decision to say, we got to change this. It's not important to them. It is their norm. Perhaps you were raised that way. Perhaps your parents didn't really spend time. They weren't really for real friends and they didn't nurture and cultivate the relationship. And perhaps y'all have so much going for you. Perhaps you are parenting well and you got some properties, some investment properties that y'all make some money on. And, you got some money in the bank and you all have done different things well, but you don't really know each other. You don't spend time together. The love is not really getting fanned and more intense as time goes on, as it does with my husband. It's just dull. It's just regular. You know what I'm saying? It ain't even regular. It's just, and I feel like that's a waste. That's a waste of I feel like, this is so over I feel like, but it's for wasting your life. You're wasting your life. Your man could be sitting out there. Your wife could be sitting out there. And you sitting up here year after year, sitting in the same situation. I think you're married to the wrong person.
So here's the thing. Let me ask you this question. Do you think the connection can be cultivated?
Oh, for sure. This is what we talk about.
Okay. So here's the piece, y'all. So my wife said, and I agree, that connection can be cultivated. What my wife is speaking about is fundamentally chronic neglect.
Yes.
In your marriage.
Say it again. Chronic neglect.
Chronic neglect.
Yes.
And the reason why this is so damaging to your marriage is because there are a number of opportunities that you have to do otherwise. There are a number of opportunities that you have to consistently pour in to your partner, to step through windows and doors that present opportunities to connect. And when it comes to chronic neglect in your marriage or in your relationship, you're basically saying, I'm not entering. I'm choosing to remain on the outside. I'm choosing to remain in my corner. I'm choosing to remain stuck. And so when you make that choice, then you're choosing to basically allow your relationship, allow your marriage to wither and die. And that right there, it doesn't have to be that way. And so I'm lifting this up because we offer opportunities inside of our community for folks to connect. And a lot of people take advantage of those opportunities. There are some who don't. And so if you find yourself in a space in your relationship where even if you're inside of our community and you're not taking advantage of the opportunities to connect, even when they're presented to you, you got to ask yourself why. You got to dig deep and do some soul searching, and really examine the barriers. Are the barriers short-term? Are they temporary? Are they evidence of chronic neglect? And if they're evidence of chronic neglect, these barriers have been here for year after year after year after year, then there's some reconsidering that needs to take place. Because to me, what it speaks to is a unwillingness. It speaks to disinterest. It speaks to a lack of desire. And it speaks to a certain level of apathy that exists in a relationship.
Yeah.
And that right there is insidious, y'all. It's sickening. It's poisonous. It's cancerous to your, it just eats away at it. It erodes.
Yeah.
And so it's really something like connection can be cultivated, but if y'all are choosing not to, then it leaves your relationship starving due to chronic neglect.
Mm-hmm. Chronic neglect.
Don't be in that space, y'all.
If loneliness is your best friend, you know what they say all the time. Well, I could do this all by myself. That's just real. And so it doesn't mean that, again, because we help people with this kind of stuff all the time.
Yeah, we do.
It doesn't mean that one person can't observe this, notice this, and say, man, I got to shift this. Something got to be different. But what I always say, and many of the Blamley members who are on here tonight have heard me say this, you're going to rise up. Your vibration, your energy, your insight, the way that you be is going to rise up, because it's never just them. It's also you as well that's contributing to that dynamic, whether you're not lifting up your voice or saying anything enough or whatever it is, or you doing too much. But once you do that, I always say this, they will rise to meet you, or you will outgrow them and you will know it's time to move on. And what happens for some people is that your partner does not rise to meet you. You recognize that, but you do not. After you have been putting in the energy, putting in the work, right? You don't move on. You just keep staying there, doing the work. And then that's when, and this is just a piece that I be thinking about sometimes, like, I don't want nobody that's in a messed up situation coming in here and they thinking they being encouraged by us to stay in a messed up situation. That's when you use relationship work as personal work, and I'm not going to pay attention to, what they're doing because I just need to focus on me. You use that as an escape for actually really doing your work, because really doing your work is not just being different and showing up for that person in the way that you need to. Doing your work also means that you honor your boundaries. It also means that you pay attention to your needs and that you look at and hold yourself accountable for needing to see some shift eventually, right, over time, and you have a next step in place that you will take, or that you come in and connect with us in our community or somebody to start figuring out what that looks like. It's not just I do my work. I ain't gonna ask them what they doing. I'm doing my work. I do my work. See that now we are kind of getting away from because sometimes y'all. I'm sorry, I know I'm amplifying. Wow. But sometimes y'all. And you should never do this on purpose to get this effect. But sometimes I be feeling like when I'm like coaching folks, can she just go on and say like, I'm about to be done. I'm keeping it 100 tonight, shorty. I don't never say this stuff. This is what we do in the podcast. I'm keeping it one. I be thinking like, can she just go on and just get to the place where she is done and just tell them it's done? And you know why? Not because I want her to be done. Because I sense, because I've been doing this for a long time, if she really gets serious about this shit and she let him know, he gonna shift, but he don't have to shift right now. And this can go vice versa, right? But I'm talking about it from a woman's perspective. He don't have to shift. He don't feel compelled to shift. He comfortable. He playing a game. He playing a game when he come up in here and talk to us, and he playing a game when he talk to you at home. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? The game is so fancy, he don't even know he playing a game. But the moment that she gets serious and says, I just have to set a boundary, I need us to separate. And this is talk we don't do. I'm going to really have to think about, if by this time this isn't happening, it's not an ultimatum. I'm just saying it doesn't work for me. I'm going to have to think about doing something different. The game changes. And then he like, right? Everybody doesn't do that. But what I'm saying is doing the work is also about taking care of yourself demonstrably. It's like doing something for yourself, which is sometimes pulling yourself up out of a situation so you can breathe and you can see different. You got something you want to say? Let me say one last thing.
I do want to say something, but go ahead.
Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm on a roll. So when I was a teenager, so my father was on again, off again, or whatever, my biological father. So I was very angry. I call myself a recovering aggressaholic. But I was, running around and running away and fighting people at school. They're about to put me out of PG County schools. They said, she fight one more time, we're going to put her out. Anyway, I'm giving you that context to know I was a little rough around the edges. And so eventually my mother put me in therapy. I got into therapy. I started to do my work, not willingly, but eventually I did. I hope I remember what the hell I'm telling y'all this for. Wait a minute, hold on. What was I talking about? Yeah. So long story short, I went through the process of going to therapy. I eventually, because of some of my continued behaviors and that kind of thing, I was admitted to the Psychiatric Institute of Washington. That's a mental health hospital in DC. When I was a teenager, I was there for a few weeks, man, changed my life. Okay. When I was there, I started taking the antidepressant medication Zoloft. Changed my life. It cleared the fog from me that I didn't even know was there. Like I literally just thought I was mad. I'm like, you ain't gonna tell me what to do. I'm doing what I want to do. That was a teenager. I was 15. So what else am I gonna know? But I'm just saying, like, I didn't feel sad. I just felt like I'm doing me. And when I started to take that medication, this fog started to clear. And that's when I became aware, there's a cloud there. Oh my God, I I was feeling bad. I guess I didn't even know. I didn't know until I took the medicine. What's the point? How am I connecting this story that seems really far out and disconnected from what we're talking about to this? I'm saying that sometimes you have to take a dramatic action. You have to really do something significant for yourself to pull yourself out of the monotony of the funkiness. And when you come up out of it, you become aware, oh, this what it look like out here? This what it look like when you're not feeling heavy and weighed down and just hopeless every day and just being chronically neglected and disrespected. Like, oh my goodness, this is what it smells like. This is what it feels like. Oh my goodness, I feel more clear now. I feel more centered. I feel more able to actually make a decision about what I'm doing today, tomorrow, and the next day from a place of not even anger, not even I'm mad at him, not even I'm sad, and I'm just trying to figure out what would God have me to do. And you can't get to that place sometimes until and unless you do the thing that you don't want to do. And so I invite anybody who's watching tonight, as you're thinking about, am I in the wrong marriage? This is not for the person who's in the right marriage with the right person, who's having a whole lot of issues. There are people who are in the right marriage with the right person having a whole lot of issues. But if you're in the wrong marriage and you're dealing with some of what we're talking about, you have to be willing to do that because you won't even get clear because you're not even allowing yourself to get into an environment that allows you to do so. I cannot believe I talked that long. I actually can't believe, but I'm sorry. I'm sorry because I feel like I was just like a motor mouth.
It's all love.
I'm sorry, y'all.
If you're watching this, please share. We want to make sure as many people as possible, can get this message.
Easy.
What's up?
It's 4 people still waiting on the other joint.
Really, bro?
Yo, I changed the title and put the link. Maybe they just walked away from their computer.
Yeah, they probably over here, and they probably on a different device. And so, they actually over here with us right now. So let's just pretend you can forget the day over there, all right?
Okay.
All right. So, the question that I have for you is your marriage malnourished? Is your marriage malnourished? And when we speak about chronic neglect, a part of that could be directly related to your marriage being malnourished. But here's another piece, y'all. So my wife, she opened up a door that I think would be good for us to go down. And I don't even know if we've ever had this conversation.
Okay. Amber, why you put that that little heart looking like that? Anyway, go ahead. Okay, baby, I'm sorry, I'm present.
Yeah, I mean, you all in like you on the other joint when the people not even here.
No, I'm talking to Amber. Is on.
Oh, she's on
right now.
What's up, Amber? So check this out.
Mm-hmm.
You just shared something about your past and your history.
Yeah.
That a lot of people may not have known.
I've shared it before, but maybe not.
I'm saying a lot of people may not have known, but there's also more to that story, which is truly inspirational. And I mean, just you sitting here next to me, as you are, divinely beautiful and anointed and blessed, and as amazing as you are, is definitely praiseworthy. So,
where you going with this?
Yeah, you lift it up. Let me turn towards you.
Okay, let me keep my mic in front of me.
So,
Tony.
So you lifted up the whole piece around being at a psychiatric institute in Washington, D.C.
Yes.
So when we ask the question, are you married to the wrong one? I'm connecting it to you expressing that or sharing that because there's a number of people that have mental health challenges, and you may be in a relationship with somebody who's grappling or dealing with that. And so when I say that you and I don't know if we've ever had a conversation about this, but and we've been together for 28 years, y'all, and married for 21. And maybe it's a conversation just with me, like just the conversation I need to have with myself. But
okay.
You said you were 15 years old.
Mm-hmm.
We met when you were 17. We were both 17.
Yes.
And you shared with me, I would say probably about a year or so after that, that part of your history in your life. What must I have done, or what did I do mentally, um, to say I'ma still like pursue and
Say it.
and
So okay, say it again. Go ahead, keep going. What are you asking?
like, so when you hear that, like, you're young, you were in a psychiatric institute, um, it's something to contend with, but I still chose to move forward.
Oh, just getting that information at that
Yes.
age. Well, for
Yeah.
anybody, that doesn't
For
matter about
anybody,
that.
for anybody.
Yeah.
Like, just imagine if your man or your woman shares that with you, even if it's like 20 years ago, that this took place, but now you're just discovering that they were admitted to, a psychiatric institute, psychiatric hospital. And so when I heard that, when
Do you remember me telling you what you felt? Was you thinking like, oh shit, she crazy? Baby, what did you think of that? You probably was kind of a little bit. That's just a natural reaction.
Yeah,
You did.
I was. However,
Wait, what? The way you
we
said-
never
the
had
way
this
you said-
conversation before.
Yeah, I did.
I had to really wrestle with it, babe.
Okay.
I had to wrestle with it because your presentation
Mm-hmm.
and how I experienced you, it didn't align with my perception of what I thought
Mm-hmm.
somebody who was
To be admitted to a psychiatric hospital would be like.
yeah, and what's even funny is that as we're talking about this, I'm like, I don't even want to talk about it
Why?
because I want to protect you.
Oh, you're so sweet, Bill. From what? Judgments and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Why am I talking for you?
No, it's
Sorry.
no, I mean that's like, yeah, judgments and
Yeah.
because you dope as fuck.
Oh, I am. But let's be clear. I am a mental health advocate. And so it doesn't matter if you have dealt with or are dealing with depression, anxiety. I still deal with anxiety today. I manage it pretty well. I don't feel the need to be on medication. But the other day I was kind of like, maybe I should, but I didn't. Because I was talking to my girlfriend. She was like, I've been taking blah, blah, and it's been helping me. But that's a sidebar. It doesn't matter. Like, this is the thing that we always say is that, well, that I say, if you have a mental health first of all, everybody does. I know some people are like, no, baby, no, I don't. Yes, you do. Everybody has had a mental health challenge in some way, sometime, in some shape or form. And whether or not, and for Black folks, many of us have had them, and we don't get them diagnosed because we just don't do that. So we don't go, we just kind of navigate. My mother, who was a therapist, a pastor, a retired pastor, all that, right? Her doctoral dissertation was on looking at Black women and mental health, and psychiatry, mental health, and looking at spirituality. And what she found is that Black women were dealing with all kinds of mental health challenges, but we don't see it that way because we're just used to, like, we just got to keep going. We just got to do what we got to do. We got to stand up, get up, show up, handle our business. So we don't, but if when you looked at the population of Black women as compared to other groups of women, those women were like, I'm getting medication, I'm meditating. Not the medication is the end all be all, because I'm not saying that at all. Work for me, but I'm not saying that. But they were going down that lane of labeling it and calling it what it was and all of that, and you know what I'm saying, and getting help. And Black women are like, oh, I didn't really know there was something I need to do. Like, this is just how life be. So I'm just saying, like, mental health challenges are a regular thing. What's irregular, what's abnormal to me is, I'm used to it, is our discomfort with it. And I'm very comfortable with, like,
You are. I feel very uncomfortable right now, though.
yeah. And I I mean, because this is not new to us, and
this is our
and
profession.
you're literally
Yeah,
a therapist.
yeah. This is our profession, but
This is like we need to kill that because
you're my
everybody
wife.
needs.
I'm saying you my
support.
wife though, like, and
Yeah.
so
Would you be uncomfortable talking about my blood pressure?
no.
Yeah. So that's that mental piece. It's that mental health, not physical health, but mental health piece. And I just think that, you know, we have to be, whether we're talking about in our marriages in terms of what we're dealing with, talking to our partners, right? Because some of us are dealing with stuff and we don't even share with our partner. I just told Ayize the other day.
Hold on, let me, before you move on to something else.
No, not something else. The same thing. Go ahead though.
Yeah. I just want to say this so that y'all know how dope my wife is.
Oh, boo, you're so sweet.
Nah, because like I don't want no negative comments coming your way just based off of what was shared.
First of all, boo, I've shared this like 5 or 6 or 7, 800 times.
Yeah, but
you're not usually, because I'm a lot of times when I'm with women, but this is not a secret, and there's no. I don't have no type of feelings. I'm totally comfortable. I know who I am.
But peep this,
and that part of my history makes me who I am. It contributes to my strength. I'm very clear about that.
But peep this, y'all. So my wife, the woman that's sitting right next to me, my queen, the love of my life, my everything.
You're so sweet.
She mentioned, am I stealing your story? But she mentioned
your story.
Am I stealing your story?
You ain't stealing nothing, babe. I don't know what your story.
She mentioned, you know, being at.
What are you saying, babe?
I'm saying we got people walking around. So
everybody in this house know I've been at PIW. Are you saying it's like?
I'm just saying, like, you know, I mean, yeah, it just might be me. But so, and again, there's no shame because again, I've supported people that.
Oh, sorry, y'all.
Both, you know, youth and adults that have been in various mental health institutions in the Washington D.C. area. So my wife, I
went to PG before that. I ain't tell you I was admitted to PG too. I'll tell that story another day. Did you know that? You knew that. Maybe you did. I think you did.
No.
All you had to do is talk fancy over there. And they'd be like, you're just great. And they let you go. But anyway, we'll talk about that another time. Go ahead.
So yeah, that's something new. I don't think I knew that.
Oh, sorry.
So she went to a psychiatric institute.
Oh, thank you guys for the comments in the chat. I love you guys.
A mental health hospital, but peep this though, fam. And this is going to be a part of a larger talk. So I'm just giving y'all a glimpse.
Is this Nagus person?
But my wife, y'all, she ended up becoming the chief clinical officer of the Psychiatric Institute of Washington, the same hospital that she was a patient at, y'all. I mean, that right there. That right there is phenomenal. Like she was the head of all of the clinicians, the substance use department, the mental health department. She was the chief clinical officer at the hospital that she was a patient at, y'all.
That one, none but God.
That right there is a testament to her doing her work, leaning in, having faith, putting one foot in front of the other, and just standing in her greatness, y'all. So that's the part of the story that, you know, I want people to know that, and you stand on it because, I mean, they see you and they see how you represent, they see how you show up.
Who's they?
People that watch you.
Oh, okay.
And so, I mean, you just like be moving through this like it ain't nothing, but this is significant.
Thank you, baby.
And you dope.
Thank you.
Why are you trying to brush past it?
Because I'm not trying to press. I'm not trying to press past.
Why are you trying to move beyond?
I'm not.
Is it because
I'm hearing you. I'm hearing you. Tony said, "This is how we know she married the right person. Because you're always repping her life and encouraging her. I definitely married the right person. I ain't never lied. Thank you, boo.
You're welcome.
For all the shout outs.
Yeah. Everything. You teach me. You teach me in your transparency and in your vulnerability and in your willingness to be transparent and not afraid or not ashamed. You teach me, baby. You do. You really do. Cause like I'm over here, like feeling some sort of way and
Mhm.
walking trepidly and just unsure. And you like what? Like,
Mm-mm. Yeah,
it's a part of my story and I'm dope.
for sure.
Mhm.
And literally, that's what makes me dope. It was such a blessing to be able to go in there my first week as I went around to all the units in the hospital, and when I went to the young people, to the adolescent unit, and to say, "I used to be here." And he's looking at me like, "What?" I mean, just amazing. That is the awesomeness of God. You know what I'm saying? Like I was like, I'm on assignment, and then I was like, "Ooh, this administration is crazy, Lord. Get me up out of here."
Oh
Ooh,
man.
this is good, but good Lord. It's crazy over there. Not the people, not the patients, the staff. I was like, managing these folks is a little bit
That's how it ought
much.
to be.
Yeah, that's that Leo Graham. Yeah, maybe. But there's a lot of things I can be like hesitant about, but I'm just not about that. Because I just know everybody, people be peopling. People be having stuff. We all be dealing with stuff. So it's not that deep. And I know people have issues around that, but I just don't have it. I just don't.
Mm.
So let's move on to our last little piece we want to say. Again, tonight we're talking about what are we talking about?
How you married the wrong one?
Oh yeah, no. Yeah, what do you do if you've married the wrong person? And so we started out talking a little bit about some of the ways. I talked about not getting no time, like chronic neglect, and Ayize talked about verbal abuse or physical abuse.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then you said something else. That was all you said?
Yeah.
I thought it was something else.
I mean, chronic neglect was my second point.
Okay.
And I also talked about
maybe that's all you said.
Yeah.
Okay. So this one right here is also one that's, I got to tiptoe around a little bit the same way I did in terms of the time piece, because people can be in periods of time in their relationship, like phases where, and so I don't want you to get confused, where it's like, damn, like it feel like my husband or my wife is the enemy. You know what I'm saying? Like they work for the other team, for all of 2020, like that can happen in the trajectory of an entire marriage. But I think that when there is constant fighting, arguing, bickering, shouting matches, when that's happening like regularly every single week, without resolve, and I'm gonna say why I'm emphasizing that in a moment. I think that could be a sign that you're married to the wrong person. And I'm qualifying it because things are not black and white. I know it's real popular to say, that mean they ain't a high value wife or husband, so you need to move on. but it's not black or white like that. Exactly. Mm-hmm. So that's what I was gonna say. My husband said you might be a volatile couple. So the different types of couples, and one of those types is a volatile couple in terms of the way you argue, the way you, go at things, but just as passionate as you might be in terms of your disagreements, you're also really passionate in terms of your makeup. And you resolve things, and you make light of things, and you laugh in the middle of your arguments, and you still, have another one next week, but you come back together and y'all still spend time, hang out, have a good time. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm saying when you have been in a place where you are always at a disconnect, and caveat, you've attempted to get some help, some counseling, some coaching, right? And you've really applied what you've been given, and to no avail. Like, it's just constant. Oftentimes people like this are feeling trapped in your relationship. And I just think that you could have married the wrong person. Because some people are just, they're not even reasonable. They're not even reasonable in their dialogue. They're not able to own anything. Some of y'all can't own nothing. You're like, you need to do this, you need to do that, you need to do this. And we work with folks like this all the time. And we just let the person who is having the problem have the problem. and the other person is just sitting there trying to figure out how to meet their person's need, their spouse's need, and eventually we're gonna get to, but what the hell can you do differently? But we gotta let that process unfold. And so I just think that, when that's going on, yeah, like you might be with the wrong person, but it is, you can definitely have those phases. Those phases in your life, in your relationship.
I want to simplify what you just said, though. So
I know you're going to simplify it because I always like to amplify it. So you simplify it.
Yeah, I think that it can be simplified by saying that if you're in a relationship where you truly feel, I hate you.
Oh, my legs. Mm-hmm.
Then you married the wrong person.
Okay.
You all right?
My legs was like a pretzel up under here. I got to stretch these bammers out. Okay, go ahead.
I mean, just think about it.
I hate you.
I hate you. If you really...
Some people are just dysregulated. They be using the wrong words.
But there's a difference between what you express and what you truly feel. And so if you're at a place in your relationship where you truly feel with your gut and at the core of your being that you hate the other person,
well, I would say you the problem, but go on.
No, I mean you're in. But
I understand what you're saying.
In the wrong marriage.
Yeah, because you need to get rid of that energy.
Because I think that to be in a relationship with somebody who triggers you to the degree to which that ends up being the outcome is an indication that your picker just might be broken. So you can dislike somebody. You can have beef in a marriage. And you might even say, I hate you. But when it's at the core, not that that's okay, but when it's at the core of what you feel and it's rooted in, it's just, I just despise and loathe and I don't mess with you like that. Like you're in a serious state of negative sentiment override where
There's a lot of people like that.
It's just like, I just don't fuck with you. Like, I don't like you. Like, not just I don't like you.
And it ain't for no short period of time.
No,
and it's not right after something like infidelity where that might occur, but you can kind of move through that.
Yeah, it's different. And, if you find yourself in a space where, y'all, we had a conversation last night, but we'll get to that in a second. But if you're experiencing that, then
you married the wrong person.
You married the wrong person.
Get out of there. No, just playing.
Yeah, because I think that. I think that no matter, I think that if you married the right person, that this right here may be controversial, but their actions would never encourage or invite you to a place where you could, at the core of your being, feel like, I hate you.
I don't agree, but I hear you though.
Why you don't agree?
Because some people just got more hate in them. It ain't the other person, it's them. They got more. They got more.
Since I lifted up the whole hate piece. You've been saying that.
Yeah, hate and that kind of an energy is.
No, but you love though. I mean, you love the person. So you was feeling the person. You was vibing with the person. You was connected with the person.
But your ability.
So are you saying it's easier for them to access the hate?
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, you know what I'm saying, like your ability to like go to that place, like you and I can both experience the same thing. Mm-hmm. I might be like, you might be like, oh, it's okay, baby.
Last night we had a conversation.
Right. So I'm just saying that's a personal problem. Not that it's not no legitimate stuff that the person is doing, but we carry that energy. Mm-hmm. Go on, you trying to say something about last night? Come on, 'cause I gotta go over. We about to be done, but I'm about to go over here and make my food.
Make your food?
Our food.
Yeah, don't get it twisted.
I won't, baby. I got you. I let him get that. You know he like to say. You see how he like to do that? Don't get it twisted. I said, I won't, baby. He like that. But you let them think. Let them think they got it like that.
So last night we had a conversation about infidelity. And there was a comment. We were watching some show. We were watching BMF.
We was talking about infidelity?
Yeah, we were watching BMF.
Oh, we were.
And it was something that Lucille said.
The new season is out. Who watches BMF? And are you watching the new season? Is there only one episode out right now?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We can't watch them back to back?
Nah.
Oh man.
Lucille made a comment. She said that whenever I think about laying next to you, I think about you being inside of her.
Lord have
And
mercy.
so that right there triggered my wife. Didn't trigger you, but it just led you to.
I was like, the way she said it, I just like, whoa, I felt
So
that.
my wife said, you know, if you was to step out on me, we would get divorced.
I did not say it like that.
And I said, no, we wouldn't.
No, because previously
Say that on confidently too.
we generally say like it ain't really nothing to get like this is my man for life, point blank, period, and I'm your woman for life. You know what I'm saying? Like you try to roll out, go somewhere else, I'm just gonna get you. But you know, I'm gonna get you. That's that other side of you. I'm just playing. I'm not playing. So, but we generally know that. Like we've had that kind of a conversation. Not that we could just do like we're not gonna try to hurt each other, right? But like I think that, you know, like we're in this no matter what. Yeah. But the way she said it, I was like, ooh, I just was thinking about like, ooh, if just imagining that. And the reason I said that, obviously we help people through infidelity every day, all day, right? We have historically experienced that. Right. But the reason I said it is I was just saying so when we experienced that in our relationship, we were 20 something years old. You understand? We were in a different place in our trajectory in terms of our maturity. That's just our journey. But now 46 years old, this brother about to be 47 in a couple of weeks. Yeah, buddy. Yeah. Right. So like all these years later and the work that we do and all of that, I was like, that's going to feel completely different because I'm a whole different person and we have come to a whole nother level. So that's why I was saying that. I was like, that's a whole nother level of hurt. I wasn't even feeling my feelings back in the day. You know what I'm saying? You know, but you're right. I mean, you just want to say you're right. Like,
I mean, I know. I mean, so,
yes, yeah. But you're going to trigger some people. You shouldn't be saying it like that. Like, I know if I did something, you're going to stay with me. That's what you're basically saying.
Is that my problem or their problem?
I don't know, but I'm just saying. Why are you saying that?
Because I know. And really what I'm also speaking about is, and so it ties into what I said a second ago, the connection, the depth. And because what the brother said in the show last night was, and
do y'all watch BMF? Why ain't none of y'all said if y'all watch it in the chat?
You know, this right here might be triggering, but he was like, this we might have needed this. I needed this to stop or to bring us closer together.
Yeah, nobody want to hear that.
Yeah, nobody wants to hear it, but I'm just lifting that piece up because, and again, like we're just talking, y'all. So none of this is happening. It's not real.
Well, you need to watch it. I do that, Michelle. Watch it.
But nah, so you know, my whole thing is that, like, you know, when it comes to our connection, and you said that your love for me would allow you to forgive me.
I said that last night.
Yeah.
I ain't said that last night.
You did. You said it's the love.
I probably said that another day, but last night I was saying that I was.
It's the love, it's the understanding, it's the, because you know my heart. And so again, it ties into the other point about like if you find yourself in a space where at the core of your being that you hate the other person, not that you hate what they did, because you can do that, but if you just hate the other person.
Yeah, I can never hate you.
Yeah, then you're with the wrong person.
Mm-hmm.
You heard my wife? Like she could never hate me. I can never hate you.
Ever.
Yeah.
Never, ever. Ever, ever. Say ever, ever in the mic like I said it.
Ever, ever?
No, I didn't say it like that.
Ever?
Never, ever.
Ever?
Drop your voice like this. Never.
Shut up.
Do it.
No.
You're messing up the flow. Everybody, this has been another episode of the Relationship Cheat Code. Can you not forget, guys, to like this episode? Can you go to that little thumb and like it and subscribe to our channel if you have not subscribed, and share this with somebody.
Drop a comment and let us know what you want us to talk about.
Yeah, please do. Yeah. We would love to hear that. I want to have a wives panel very soon. I want wives to come and just talk about wife stuff. You know what I mean? We need to do that.
Dudes panel. I'm gonna have a bros panel.
Well, I can't be husbands. Why you say dudes panel? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's gonna be the men.
Mm-hmm.
The men folk.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You ready for that?
Are you ready for that?
What? Let me just tell y'all something else real quick. Last night.
A lot happened last night, y'all.
Last night.
Last night, y'all.
Last night
was very interesting.
We was talking in the bed.
Last night was interesting. My wife, she got a tendency to talk too much. She do. She be talking in the
Well, so Ayize was out of town. Some of y'all on here, y'all know he was in Maryland. He was in DC this weekend.
Some of y'all ladies know y'all talk too much.
Ayize, this was not a matter of me talking too much. It was not. You were talking too, sir. You were talking too. No, he want to put it on that. Everything. He want to put it on that one. Let me tell you real fast, and then we're gonna go. Let me tell you real fast what happened.
This morning?
Don't worry about that. Let me tell you real fast. So we were talking about our podcast, and we were talking about different ideas. And I was saying, oh, I want to, do some.
What did you say to me?
No, but let me tell the story.
Before we started talking about the podcast.
I don't know. What are you talking about?
I remember.
When?
You said, go give the baby a treatment. And I'm going to do.
Do our beauty ball treatment.
I'm going to go do what?
Get in the shower.
So that you can do what?
Get up in this.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so continue.
And we was on our way until Ayize messed it up. This Negro messed it up. I had to pleasure myself last night. Straight up 100. I'm trying to talk low because I don't want nobody to hear.
They could watch the video, bro.
Oh, well, then they chose. That's a choice. But I had to take care of I had to pull out my, what you call that? What's the thing called?
The wand.
I had to pull out my magic wand last night. Because basically we were having a conversation while we were moving about, getting ready for bed in the evening about the podcast. And long story short, I said, what I say? I said, just thinking about other episodes we can do. Like I would like to have women on, right, and talk about different things, right? It's not just couple stuff all the time. Like we need to expand the conversation about relationships.
After the
yes, and Ayize was engaging with me, and he was like, okay, yeah. And he was saying stuff back and forth because you was on the toilet in the beginning, and you was talking back and forth. And then I said, oh, so I can do something for women, and you should have something, not for women, but with some women, have different women on at different times, right? Maybe some of y'all watching, right? And you can do the same thing and have some men on. He was like, yeah, okay, that's cool, yeah. We was talking, and then I said, okay, cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and, because I'm the one who normally coordinates that, right? So I said, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna set that up for you first. I shouldn't have said that, because that turned everything. You see the dumb, simple stuff. This man was like, what you mean? It's me first. What you talking about? Why I gotta be me first? No, you go first. It's your idea. You go first. What are you talking about, Ayize? Like we talk on all the time, online, in Zooms, whatever. Like I was like, babe, like, are you good? Like you don't want to do that? Are you a little anxious about it or whatever? I tried to talk a little, and you have to give me credit. I was talking softly last night, was I not?
Oh, you were doing a great job at that.
I was. Then Ayize literally turned his back to me in the bed, turned his back and was like,
you were talking softly. You were just talking too much.
Ayize, oh no, it's not about me. You're making it about me talking too much. But all you had to say is like, cool, set it up, boo. But you had a problem with the fact that I said, I'm gonna go ahead and set you up for the next joint, and I'm gonna reach out to a brother so you can go ahead. And you had a problem with that. And I said, babe, if you got a problem with that, you're like, nah, I ain't really trying to do that yet, or you go first. And that's one thing. But why are you talking about something? You go first. It's your idea. You go first. Well, I mean, you doing too much. Like, what are you talking about? And I think that sometimes you don't be trying to say that.
What I don't be trying to say.
You don't be trying to say that, if Ayize could choose, if you could choose, you wouldn't be talking Holly at all. The podcast, live streams, Zooms, you would just be hooking up with some fellas sitting in the lounge, rapping real quiet. Like you wouldn't be doing all of this. That's not really what you want to do. So if I say something like, oh, I'm gonna go ahead and do it, you be like, no, because you don't want to off the cuff. You know what I mean? And you could have just said that instead of getting an attitude with me. Anyway, bottom line is after that, we didn't even do nothing. He literally he said, I'm about to go get in the shower so I can breathe better. Cause his behind he got a cold lasting forever. And he said, I'm gonna go get in the shower to get some steam so I can breathe better. I said, I'm sitting here all weekend long waiting for him to come home, ready for you to get up in. And this is what you choose. You could have just said, yeah, babe. You could have just like, yeah, I just wanted you to go ahead and do that. You know what I'm saying? You go ahead and go first with the little women's junk. I'll come after you. You could have said that and then went on ahead and tapped this, but you ain't do it. You know what I mean? You turned over. And so I just went on ahead and got my situation. I went to Ayize's website. Wow, 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 down, thump, thump, thump. I don't even be going there. I said, I'm gonna go ahead because I was ready. So I was feeling a little extra energetic. So I said, let me go to Ayize's website. You know what I'm talking about? That John you got, we be on that incognito window.
Oh man.
We goes to that incognito window. Oh, on the computer. I went to that John and I did what I need to do. You try to get back into bed. I seen when I came back. Oh, I had to go back and check on the baby. I was done. He went to the shower. I handled my business. I came back. I was ready to go to sleep. He told me he moved over to my side of the bed. Now he leaning, looking like this. I was like, I don't know what you think this is, babe, but I'm going to sleep, sweetie. Bye. Good night.
Did you have a good morning?
I had a good morning. Yes, I did.
You did?
I did.
Did you have a good morning?
Yes.
Okay. That's all that matters.
Everybody, it's been another episode of Relationship Cheat Code. And we hope that you've got something of value from this, that you saw yourself in some way, that you were inspired, that you were maybe agitated a little bit, but in a good way, that you were encouraged. Lord have mercy. This podcast hitting different, Tony. Y'all, it's been good. We see you next time. We don't really have no way to get up, like to stop this jump.
You gotta actually literally get up and go over there and hit the button to stop.
We ain't in the studio. We ain't in our normal studio. Yeah. So I usually about to get up. You about to see him stand up and come all close to the screen and turn it off. But you gotta work on this. You gotta get this better.
Can you go do it? One
step at a time. That I will not. I'm sorry, babe. I just had a little bit of wine, but I feel my little bit of wine. It's a very little bit. Mm-hmm. All right, everybody. We'll see you. We'll see you next time on a Relationship Cheat Code. Peace.